these ICE raids are man. Watching this protest on television, it's like...
How does that saying go in politics when you lose Joe Rogan? Hello, everybody. David Schuster here, podcaster and influencer. Joe Rogan is now criticizing Donald Trump's mass deportation policies. By all accounts, the deportation raids are intensifying, with ICE agents seizing Latinos, sometimes violently, at businesses, schools, and on the streets. In many cases, the ICE agents do not have a warrant and are grabbing people who have not committed any violent crimes. Rogan endorsed Donald Trump in the 2024 election, but has been critical of some of Donald Trump's second-term policies. In a recent podcast, Rogan questioned whether Donald Trump would have won election if Trump said this is how his administration would carry out deportations.
If the Trump administration, if they're running and they said, we're going to go to Home Depot and we're going to arrest all the people at Home Depot, we're going to go to construction sites and we're going to just like tackle people at constructions, I don't think anybody would have signed up for that. They said, we're going to get rid of the criminals and the gang members first, right? And now we're seeing like Home Depots get raided. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
This is video from a few days earlier of masked ICE agents pushing migrants to the ground at the Home Depot in Hollywood. One man tried to run, but was chased by ICE agents.
Corre, corre, corre.
A witness described the scene.
Two agents tackled down a individual with no questions. They placed his face into the dirt, physically apprehended him.
A few weeks ago, protests erupted in Los Angeles when ICE agents raided a Home Depot in the heavily Latino city of Paramount. Rogan slammed the heavy-handedness of the law enforcement response and said this incident, when an officer shot an Australian reporter with a rubber bullet, was insane. But Rogan himself is now getting roasted on social media for his criticism of the ICE raids, with many ex-users saying, this is what Joe Rogan voted for. The Tennessee Holler wrote, you were warned, Joe, yet you signed up for it. Former Congressman Joe Walsh wrote, hey, Joe Rogan, Trump ran on mass deportations. What did you think mass deportations meant? The Trump policies and the immigration and customs enforcement tactics continue to produce images and stories that are shocking. In Syracuse, New York, a mother and her 4 children, 3 of whom were born in the United States and are therefore U.S. citizens, complied with an ICE order to report for detainment.
The family brought legal filings from their attorneys, but immigration officials said they must still report. According to their pastor, 3 of the children were born in the U.S. and attend Syracuse City schools.
The family has lived in the United States for more than a decade. Another shocking image came recently in Torrance, California. ICE agents, without a warrant, raided a car wash.
No tiene que contestar nada. No tiene que contestar nada.
What are you guys doing?
No tiene que contestarle nada.
What are you guys doing? Hey.
Badge.
Hey.
Okay, you need to identify yourselves. You need to identify yourselves. No, you need to identify yourselves. This is kidnap. This is kidnap. To fuck by yourselves. You identify yourselves. What's your badge number?
I identify myself to him. I'm talking to him. I'm not talking to you.
No, we didn't see any of that shit. We didn't see any of that. No tiene que contestar ninguna pregunta. ¿Se identificó con usted? Ok. Ni madres, no conteste nada. No conteste nada. Ni firme nada. Why don't you question me? You guys are not even ICE. You need to identify yourselves. You're just nothing but bounty.
This is an immigration inspection.
Can I see your badge, please?
My badge is right here.
No, I don't see it.
Yeah, it is right.
The agent pointed to a logo patch on his vest.
Right there.
No, I need to see it. No, this is kidnap.
Listen.
This is kidnap.
No.
This is kidnap.
This is an immigration inspection.
This is a
You can
kidnap.
record all you want. Just please stay out of the way so you're safe, okay?
I am staying out of the way, but it is also my right to record.
Yeah, absolutely. Record all you want. I agree.
So this is kidnap. Because you guys just show up and you do not identify yourselves, so they don't have to go. They don't have to go with you guys. Do you identify yourselves?
Oh, yeah, I just identified.
I need to see the badge.
Oh, no, my badge is right here.
No, that is not your badge.
It is.
It's not your badge. You know what? I do have a little bit of education, and I know that that is not your badge. That is not your badge.
Another video at the other end of the same car wash recorded ICE agents handcuffing several workers.
Hey, don't hurt him! You don't need to hurt him! Did you ask him for his papers? No diga nada, no diga nada! Hey, you have rights! No diga nada, no diga nada! No diga nada!
The man on the left in the dark shirt is the bubble bath car wash owner.
Be running and doing all this shit? What the fuck is that? Who are you? You know, you guys literally look like fuck. Yeah, and you guys are acting like criminals. How are we acting like criminals? Because you're running around my whole Yes! Yes! Illegal aliens that are working in your operation. Hey man, you want to carry him? That's good. So they're illegal aliens. You're hired at your place of business. That's what you're saying.
You know what? You were an immigrant too!
Then go away.
Your family was an immigrant too, you ass. None of you are none of you are Native American. You all started out as immigrants. Remember that shit.
Indeed, the United States is a nation of immigrants. And while there is an argument that everybody who comes to this country should do so legally and with proper paperwork, the fact is that most of the people being swept up now by the Trump administration have never been arrested for a violent crime. Also, it is one thing to arrest and deport violent freeloaders, but in most cases, like the Torrance, California car wash, the migrants are productive, hardworking members of our society. They are doing an honest day's work and are trying to support their own families. For ICE agents to swarm in without a warrant and violently place these people in handcuffs is shameful. The U.S. Constitution says due process applies to everybody in the United States. Relatedly, polls show that most Americans do not like the way the Trump administration is handling these deportations and raids. Even Trump voters, like Joe Rogan, are disgusted, and rightfully so. As Rogan said, the ICE raids are out of hand and nuts. By the way, Donald Trump's press secretary is now getting slammed for her most absurd lie yet.
Nobody knows what it means to accomplish peace through strength better than President Trump. He is the one who came up with that motto.
Donald Trump came up with the motto, peace through strength? Caroline, this one is not even close. If you had bothered to take a history class or, say, try Google, you would have seen that peace through strength has been used or quoted by political leaders as far back as Roman Emperor Hadrian 2,000 years ago. More recently, Peace Through Strength was the title of a book written in 1952 by a former advisor to Franklin Roosevelt. Republican presidential nominee Barry Goldwater spoke of peace through strength in his 1964 presidential campaign. Ronald Reagan made it a theme throughout his presidency, starting with his 1980 campaign.
Peace is made by the fact of strength.
We cannot shirk our responsibility as the leader of the free world because we're the only one that can do it.
and therefore the burden of maintaining the peace falls on us. And to maintain that peace requires strength.
Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular is from Opus, who wrote, "There are lies, damn lies, and then whatever comes out of Caroline's mouth." I hear you. I look forward to reading your comments about Joe Rogan now lashing out against the Trump deportation raids. I'm David Schuster. Thanks for joining us.